What's up? What's up? Okay. And I'm back. It's your girl. It's me. It's Kira Deevah, guys. Yup. And I'm back with another episode of the Kira Deevah Show. Okay, I'm feeling this instrumental. I love getting a good beat in the beginning. This is how I show the vibe. Okay? Yeah, I know when I go live, I got an interview. I got an interview. Tonight, I'm interviewing a Sony artist. You know, he goes by the name of Trav Torch. He's an R&B artist. He's also a songwriter. You know, he does a lot of other things. He got his own show. So we're gonna talk everything Trav Torch, you guys. Let me show you how he. Let me give you guys. There you go. Get him, Trav. Okay. That's how he's looking right now, ladies. He got his suit on. You know, he's vibing out. Basically, I'm gonna talk with Trav. He recently had a tape that came out called the Bedroom Soundtrack. I think it came out Valentine's Day. I'm a little behind, but we're going to talk about this. We're gonna go over the songs. The inspiration behind each track. We're gonna get into a bit of him, but we're also gonna really go deep on this soundtrack. I'm gonna give you let you guys see back cover. Oh my gosh, I should have made it bigger. Oh, I should have made it better, you guys. But the back cover is so nice. It's got a beautiful girl in the back. It shows all the different songs. Hold on. It shows all the different songs. I mean, it was great, but I had to really save that photo better. But yeah, he'll be joining my live. We're gonna talk everything him. What's up, yo? Let me tell y'all. I know y'all looking like Kira done fix up. Yes. It was a crazy week. I've been getting a lot of different, connections going on. My team is expanding. Shout out to the Deevah Entertainment Network. We're global now, and I appreciate everybody that's on my team that is out here putting the footwork and pavement for me. And while I'm doing what I can on my end, which is try to be the personality that I am, and and get things going out here. So let me oh my goodness, I got a little write up. I got two features this week. Well, this one is on the bobbypin.com. The link to the full write-ups in my bio. But let me tell you, it's always good to have a good writer write something good, positive media. I love it. Because when you're giving out positive media, it makes me want to, tell another person, like, oh my gosh, this magazine and the writers, they really made me sound good. Even though it's like when, you're getting interviewed and you're a journalist and you mention certain things, you're not thinking that they will turn it into something that, you can see grand. And, and it's always good to have those types of individuals. Now, I've been featured in She magazine. Shout out to the writer, I forgot her name, Scott. She wrote a great article about me in She magazine. I got another one in Medium.com. Listen, your girl is out here. Your girl is out here working, This is the one that's in Medium.com. Listen, your girl is out here working, and I'm not playing, okay? So I need y'all to help me help you keep this active, because I'm doing this. Let me turn this down. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm not doing it. Well, I am doing it for me. I'm doing it for me too, because I can't work for free. But I'm doing this for y'all, for the culture, and for all those creators out there who, they have this vision. Let me turn this off. Let y'all keep looking. They have this vision, and they want to get it out there to the world, but they need a certain, you know, thing to get it out there. They need a certain push or a certain service or a certain type of contact. And that's where Deevah Entertainment comes in. It's like, listen, we got what you need, okay? So let's do business. And we do a business. And that's just what it is. And, oh, her name is C. Scott. Shout out to the writer, C. Scott. Oh, my goodness. I got to show y'all. But all the features that I'm in, all the magazines, is in my bio. The link is Kira. I think it's a link tree in, you know, my bio. But again, and then I start to kiss on you. You're looking in my eyes, I'm looking in your eyes, and here is what I say to you. Girl, I can't believe you're so damn fine. Lay your pretty body on top of mine. I wanna kiss your body from feet to head. There's so many puddles all in this bed. My heart's so damn fine. Lay your pretty body on top of mine. I wanna kiss your body from feet to head. I just gave y'all a little clip of, you know, one of his videos, Trav Torch, you know, just to let y'all see what he working with, because he's an R&B singer, and ladies, you know, the ladies love, you know, a good look, you know, and he got what it takes as far as that, you know, and he's moving. He's not just, you know, being an artist. Yeah, but, you know, shout out to Trav out here, you know, changing people's lives out here and being cool with it at the same time. But we're gonna talk about his the Bedroom soundtrack, you know, his latest release. And when I say latest, I mean he got a couple of releases, but the Bedroom soundtrack is the one that I'm talking about now. This song is called Nightmare. It's called Nightmare. And I want you guys to listen to this and let me know what you think, okay? Trav request to join my live because we're gonna talk. Oh, look at Trav!
What up? What up?
What is going on, Trav?
How are you?
I'm ready. I just sent the request. I'm like he ain't gonna get it, and you got it quick. What's up, Trav? How are you?
What up? I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. You look good. You're feeling great. So you in your studio? Is this because
I'm in the studio. You looking good too. Thank you very much.
So were you writing some songs in there? Are you producing for somebody? Because, you know, you do a lot, you know. So let's talk about that. Not only are you an artist, you write songs as well, right?
Yep. Songwriter, engineer, So the project was recorded and mixed in here.
Really? By you?
Yep.
That's awesome. So what made you just say, I want to take matters into my own hands, do everything, writing, songwriting, mix? What made you say, I want to actually take that step, not ask for help? You know,
because I don't want nobody holding me up.
Talk about holding you up. So you know how it was, somebody wasting your time.
Yeah.
So I guess somebody else to try to waiting on somebody else to try to move you forward. You're not with. Basically,
you gotta be proactive, and you gotta realize that nobody's gonna go harder than you. So if you want something done, you better learn how to do stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then you got your own show, the Trav Torch show. What made you want to incorporate after you know your artistry to have your own show? You just want to network with people and talk about it.
Yeah, when the pandemic hit and the ability to perform live just went out the window, I had to do something. So the best way to network is start a show. Why not? And then if you got a show and if you look like you doing something and you got a show and you reach out to somebody, it's a good chance they'll come on the show.
Right.
So, and once somebody's been on your show, they know who you are. So you've networked and you got a relationship at that point.
All right. And how long have you officially been, we'll call yourself an artist? Has it been like 5 years, 10 years? How long has it been?
I've been doing it commercially since like 2015.
Okay.
But I've been doing music since I was 13 years old. I used to be a rapper.
I forgot. So what, you decided to go to the studio and say, listen, I'm tired of rapping. I look more as an R&B singer. I'm gonna push that. Like, how did you come to say me, I'm a rapper?
I got tired of the rap that was coming out. And I felt like the lane, I felt like the direction it was going, it just wasn't me. And I always dabbled in singing, but I was like, let me just try to take this lane and see what I could do with it. And it wasn't easy. It took a long time. It took a lot of bad records with bad singing to get to this point. Like I'm a self-taught musician, a self-taught singer. So I don't know the notes I'm singing. I'm not like technically like classically trained, anything like that. So
but you know, you realize you have a gift, and your gift has taken you far, because most people want to transition from being a rapper to a, you know, a singer. Is it because of your songwriting skill? I don't want to just talk about, you know, like what can a rapper say that a songwriter, a singer can't, or like what made you understand, like
I
what
don't, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't think there's a difference. I think that a good writer can write a good rap song and can write a good R&B song. I actually feel a little bit restricted when I write R&B because I feel like you can fit more words in when you're writing rap. So with R&B, I have to be more a little bit more restricted, a little bit more creative, and sort of like craft the song,
okay.
if that makes sense.
No, I get what you're saying. So it's all about your creativity in R&B. So you're more of a creative person. So
Right.
did becoming a police officer fit into that? From being a rapper, you know, to an officer, and then like let's talk about that.
I guess Rob spilled the beans, huh? So so look, I'm just gonna say that if you want to do music on a serious level, you
Okay.
need to have a full-time job or a full-time career. And the reason is because to do stuff right costs money. It costs money to put together a professional sounding product. So you're not going to be able to put together a product, or you're going to be waiting on other people to try to put something together if you don't have a stream of income.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically said, look, you know, my passion is music, but I do need a full-time career.
Right.
So that's my advice to any independent artist that want to do something on a certain level, on a professional level, is get, you know, get your stuff together, get your personal situation together. You know, I went through school, went through college, you know, I have a master's degree, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Awesome. It's
make sure make sure your stuff is in order, and then make sure your work stuff is in order, and then go play. You know what I mean?
it's always good to, you know, make sure things are together before you jump right in. Now, as far as you know, being a singer, I want to talk about the levels from, you know, from you started out with Bachelor Life 1, then Bachelor Life 2, and to where you are now with, you know, your current soundtrack. What is this? I can't see that.
That's your life.
Oh, okay.
That's your life one.
Then you had Bachelor Life 2, which came out last year. So talk
Yep.
about that transition. So are you exploring the bachelor life, or are you what is the definition of bachelor life? Because you got one and you got two. I mean, well, bachelor life and two.
So being a bachelor is just it gets like misinterpreted, right? So when women hear bachelor life, they're like, well, he's just a male
Mm-hmm.
hoe. Like he just running around here and there. But
Mm-hmm.
I actually started working on Bachelor Life in 2013. And so basically it just chronicles what it's like being a 20-year-old, like a male going through your 20s and all the different experiences you have. So the album was originally going to be called like Sex and Pain, but you know, that's pretty much what it's like being a single man, right? You dating a little bit, having a little bit of sex. Every once in a while you fall for somebody, and then you go through some pain, and then the cycle continues.
Okay. 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 So you have some pain.
Yeah, there's like, you know, there's depth to the album. You know, there's a song on there called Drake-ish
Drake
that,
is that one.
yeah, that you know, that chronicles some of the pain. There's another song called Don't Deserve Us. Even the title track called Bachelor Life, you know, it's basically me resenting the modern woman.
Let's hear "Don't Deserve Us." I want to hear this.
You had it ready, huh?
Now listen. I want to know. I want to hear it. Let them hear.
I'm broken.
Okay.
Please fix me. My heart is torn open. Please stitch me. Please stitch me. I'm broken.
Okay.
Fix me. Please fix me. My heart is torn open. Stitch me. I'm feeling empty. My energy is gone. Ever since you left me, I'm feeling I can't go on. And what hurts the most is I knew you were no good.
Okay, Trav. All right, Trav. I want to know what inspires you to make this type of music. Because you make some good love and sexual, like, and then your videos are also like top notch as far as like attracting people. So, like, what inspired you to actually make this type of music?
Thank you. You know, I'm just a big fan of R&B in its purest form, like 90s R&B. I feel like to me that was the best. And some people say R&B in the 70s was the best. I guess it depends on when you was born. I'm an 80s baby, so for me, like 90s R&B was like the pinnacle of R&B. Some of the greats, and that's where you saw the classic songs and the classic music videos. They were sensual. They weren't raunchy. They were sensual, and they spoke to you. And you could put them on. They're timeless. You know what I'm saying? You could put them on now and they still hit just as hard. So I try to channel that vibe and um, recreate it in a way that's relevant today.
That's great because I think that the industry is really, I would say missing, but true R&B died down for a little bit. As far it's been watered down with hip hop songs and mixing together, but you're bringing that vibe, that 112 vibe, that genuine, that you know I would say you like R. Kelly. Why do you like R. Kelly?
R. Kelly is one of my favorite R&B singers of all time, and I'm not talking about all the extracurricular stuff. I'm talking about musically. Musically, he was a genius. He was one of the ways that an artist can have longevity is if they find a lane, they stay in their lane, they master their lane, and they learn how to stay relevant over time, staying in their own lane. Certain artists that have careers that span 10, 15 years, they've mastered that. Nobody could beat R. Kelly in the love making song with the love making songs. Nobody. So I just felt like he did it in a way that was legendary. Now all that extracurricular stuff, that's something totally different. I don't co-sign none of that. But
You said the extracurricular, but it amazes me like how someone can be, so talented and really portray that type of energy and vibes on on the back end. It goes to show that you really don't know these artists.
a lot of artists have issues. Some of the most creative people out there are some of the most mentally troubled, and that's what like almost triggers their creativity.
Mm-hmm.
They're like evil geniuses.
That is so true. I never looked at it that way. How did you come up with that? Like, what made you think of that? Is it because of through experience, or have you seen research? Because inform me, educate me.
Now, I know that I write some of my best stuff
Okay.
when I'm going through something.
Everybody. Okay, so I get it.
Like if I got something, if I got some pain, or like pain, or like feeling lust, or feeling if I'm just writing a song and I'm just normal,
Okay.
it'd be cool.
Right.
It'd be cool. But if I'm like feeling some type of extreme emotion, it's gonna hit different.
Okay. No, you're right though, because I think everybody they have to go through pain to really, experience greatness, and that's why. Are you an advocate for mental health as far as like people going to see a shrink or a psychiatrist? or
I think that in the Black community, we try to ignore our mental health. You know, we've gone through so much trauma as a people that we need to talk about our feelings and emotions, but it's really considered to be taboo in our culture. So I think that we do need to address some of these issues that's going on in our community.
okay. We it depends on how we can address it because people want to riot, people want to, cause.
Yeah, I'm not an advocate of that. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think I don't think that's productive for anybody. I think we need to just do things that make sense and not let people, hijack, hijack our movements with distractions.
Right. Right. Speaking of distraction, you grew up in Newark. Did you grow up in Newark? I know you're not in Newark now, but did you grow up in Newark or are you from Newark?
I lived in Newark. I grew up in Maplewood, but I
Oh,
lived in Newark in my 20s.
okay. So you're from Maplewood, so you had a little bit of background. Okay. So what made you want to transition to Newark? Did you want to experience the real, or were you out there on a job? And what made you want to go over there? And
I moved out my mom's house when I was 22,
okay.
so the rent was cheap. You know what I mean? I wanted to live by myself. I wanted to be independent. I wanted to, I wanted to come and go as I pleased.
Okay.
Funny story. Like before I moved out, I was 21, 22, working full time. My
Okay.
mom used to be like, I heard a woman in your room last night. And I used to be like, Mom, nobody was there. She's like, I heard something. I'm like, I gotta go.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to deal with that. I mean, I understand. No, I get that. So you transitioned to be you went to you grew up in Newark. You became
Maplewood.
a police officer. You became a rapper. Then you decided to be a songwriter. How in that transition did you meet Mark Christensen? How did you meet him? Let's talk about that.
The mastering engineer.
Yes.
Um, so Bachelor Life Part 1 came out in 2019.
Okay.
That was mastered by Chris Geringer.
Okay.
He's also a Grammy winning mastering engineer. He's over at Sterling Sound.
Mm-hmm.
He does a great job, but I kind of lost contact with him. So I went on this. Look, I'm an independent artist, so I got to be smart about how I spend my money. Mark Christensen is on this site called Sound Better, where independent artists can go and you can network with professionals, some of the major label type people in terms of production and mastering and mixing. And that's how I connected with him. And he's a very nice guy. I'm trying to have him on one of my upcoming shows to talk about mastering this, like from a technical aspect, and just really just dive deep into it. But he's a great guy. So he mastered Bachelor Life 2 and the Bedroom soundtrack. But a lot of people don't know that he masters like all the Trey Songz stuff, minus the new album that came out. He does a lot of 50 Cent stuff. He did Big Rich Town from Power. So look, when you independent artist and you paying for everything, and you got to be creative, and you gotta find your people, and you got to figure stuff out.
No, and I feel like you are. Are you satisfied with the level of success you received thus far? Like,
No,
no.
I ain't do nothing yet.
What? You don't feel like you're everywhere. What are you talking about? Like, what do you
I
mean
ain't do nothing yet.
to achieve? Like it's just like you have sex tape has like millions of views. Like,
So
YouTube, and like, what do you?
so
Okay,
what does that mean?
you're right. Is it
It's just one song. Now, if every song I put out is getting millions of views, then now I did something. See, I gotta stay humble and I gotta stay hungry, and I gotta stay real about things. You don't grow when you just walking around feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing yet. That's how I look at it.
That's real. You hear that, people? You don't grow if you walk around thinking, feeling yourself. Okay. All right. Who do you look up to? Who do you consider to be your hero?
And in terms of what?
Like, as far as in life, who do you aspire to? Who do you look at like, man, I want to be like this person, or one day I want to be in that position, or I can do that as well.
That's a good question. I don't think there's one person. I don't think. So in terms of life, I got to give all the respect in the world to my mom,
Okay.
because she raised me. I grew up in a single parent household, and she made a lot of sacrifices so I could be good.
Okay.
Musically, professionally, I look at the artists that are where I want to be, and I try to figure out, all right, how can I get there? How can I get there? You know what I mean? And I'm studying them. I'm looking at the things that they do, how they move, what type of businesses they're attached to. It's all about, you can't just want what somebody has. You have to like strategize and plan and figure out how to get there.
Oh, you on the right path. You really are. I was listening to that song "Do It Again," and I saw the video. Who is that girl in the video? It was because you guys were really getting, and the song just matches it. I was like, who's that girl?
She's a model. Her name is Lola Fox. She did an outstanding job.
Yes.
She's very.
Point. You hear me? Do you prepare when you do these videos? Like, what is the process of making a video with you? Because all of these songs are, soul. So you got to really get in the vibe. What is the process? Let's talk about it.
So, like I said, if you're the independent artist,
okay,
which are also the label, like I'm also the record label. So I gotta put it together. So the first thing I have to do is I have to hire the director, right? So in this case, the last few videos, Tupac Back, he's been really great. Shout out to him. Me and him will try to figure out a concept. Once we try to figure out a concept, then it's a matter of booking the location, figuring out, well, where are we going to shoot this at, or what type of locations do we need? How much is it going to cost? Do we have the budget for it? Then we need to figure out, well, who's the personnel and the props? What people do we need in the video, and what props do we need? So that's when I just got to go on Instagram and start looking at different profiles. That's how I found her. So I literally, sent her the DM, say, hey, you interested in doing a video? Here's the song. She liked the song. We scheduled the date. I got the list of props that needed to be in the video. I went to CVS and picked the liquor store. See, you know what I'm saying? I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm hands on,
Amazing. And
so when we got there, in terms of the chemistry was just there. It just worked. It doesn't always work that way, but you got to do, you got to hope for the best. You got to be professional, because you got to realize, like, even though it looks a certain way, you still had to make that. You know what I'm saying? We had to make that. So there's a certain level of professionalism that has to be there, especially when it was our first time meeting each other.
Wow. That goes to say, okay. You're really basically explaining, the grind and footwork you put in to even create this video. And only you can, really achieve that, because you know what you had in your mind. And you are a living testimony that anybody who put their mind to something, they can get a lot of things done. So I commend you on that, for real, because you're doing a lot, and you're maintaining your career. You know what I'm saying? And you're not giving up.
Thank you.
And you want more of this song.
You just have to be pragmatic about things.
Okay.
You just have to, like, if you want to do something, you can't just say, well, I just want to do it. You got to sit down and be like, okay, what's it going to take to do this? Make a little list, A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever, and then check them off as you're doing. But you can apply that concept to anything in life.
The bedroom soundtrack. Let's get to this. This is what I want to get to. This came out with Valentine's Day. Did it come out?
Yep.
I love the artwork. You know, what is it, like 7 songs? How many songs? 6 songs up there? Or
is it 6? Either 6 or 7.
6 or 7, okay. And what was the purpose behind it? Because it was like, listen, is this for like lovers? You know, give it to me, baby, is up there.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to make something that anybody could enjoy on Valentine's Day. If you were single, if you was in a relationship, you in a situationship, I wanted to make records that people in any type of situation could connect to.
Oh, okay.
So that was the motivation.
All right, give it to me, baby. I like this. And what made you want to, name your record label Cologne and Cognac? What is it, Cologne and Cognac?
Cologne and Cognac Entertainment.
Yeah, what made you want to name that? Because I get it. Like, you just basically saying this is a gentleman's shit.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I like cologne. I like fine fragrances, and I like fine cognacs. So I just felt like it just embodied the type of vibe that I like to have. And if I do choose to sign any artists in the future, they gotta have that type of energy.
Okay, but you ain't looking to sign any artists right now because you got a lot going on yourself.
Yeah, I'm not giving handouts.
Right.
I'm not giving any handouts. If somebody comes to me and they got some money to put up, because stuff costs money. So I'm not about to be out here sponsoring nobody. And they gotta have money, and they gotta have a drive. They gotta want this, and they gotta be dope.
And it gotta be dope. And that's because they see that you got to a point where you at, they feel like you're obligated to help them because maybe you know them.
Right.
You got some acting, like you really put a lot of effort into your videos. I want to give you that because a lot of artists they just have they shirt off with the money in their hand and they can move from there. You really you put the artistry back in videos. So salute to you, Trav. All right, listen, give me that.
Thank you.
I give it to you. Gotta give it to you. All right. I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions and then I'm gonna let you go. Because I see I don't want to give it to you too bad. Before I give it to you, ask these questions. This song freak you up.
Yeah.
So you a freak. Well, let's just get it straight. So are you trying to say you're a freak? Like, let's get into it.
What's a freak? What does that even mean?
Because you say like I want to freak you up. It's like,
yeah. Originally, I had wrote "sex you up," but I didn't want to be so. All right, look at the songs in the '90s, right? "Freak Me, Baby" by Silk, right? Adina Howard, "Freak Like Me." I wanted to bring some nostalgia back to the R&B game. You know what I mean? That's why I chose that word. You taking it literal, and I was more nostalgic about it.
Okay, nostalgic. Now you gotta understand, who are you appealing to? The nostalgic women, or the grandma? Are you appealing? Who is your key audience as far as women? Because they're not women that
Well, you're a woman. You tell me.
Listen.
How do you feel?
Certain type of woman. I'm very slow. I understand what's going on out here, but every woman ain't the same. So a woman that's 16 or 17 who's into R&B, but they want to hear a Chris Brown featuring Tyga song. You understand?
Yeah, I'm not singing to them.
But you have
I,
to appeal this, the broader
I,
audience. Asking questions. Listen, I'm just saying.
I would say that that particular song is probably the women 25 and up.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I want grown women. I don't got time for these little girls. I know you're ready to travel and perform. That's what you need to get. Because I see you perform at Bliss one time. Okay, I see you perform.
Did you?
Bliss was out in the nightclub. That's all right. Okay. Doing your thing.
I had a
Performing.
lot of fun.
Yeah, you
I miss,
SOB.
yeah, I miss performing, and hopefully they'll lift these restrictions and we can get back to doing what we do
You
because people need it.
you think life will be the same?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're hopeful. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. Life got to go on at some point.
Right. Life do gotta go on. I'm trying to keep it going. I'm going crazy. I can't let do certain things. Okay, one more last question. All right. Before you leave this earth, what is the legacy that you want left behind, Trav Torch?
Hmm. Just in general, when people come to my funeral, I don't want it to be superficial. Some people, when you pass on, you go to some funerals and a lot of people are there just because they feel like they gotta be there. I want to actually touch people in a way where, when they show up, they're saying, he touched me in a way, like he left a lasting impact. And it's nothing specific, but I just try to, just in life in general, with my music too. 'Cause like I said, I'm really into the artistry, you know. But I just want to live a quality life so that people remember me and people, you know, you look at musically, right? A lot of people make music for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of music is dead a few months after it comes out, right? And I like to make music that you can play 5, 10 years from now. And I apply that same concept to my life. To the people, I don't have a big circle,
Right.
but the people that are in my life, I try to be a good person to them and treat them right. So I'm a big proponent of quality over quantity. And when you apply that principle to your whole life, I think you just have everybody around you have a better quality life, better quality experience with you.
That is true. And it takes, a level of strength to get to that point where you demand quality over quantity because, everyone, doesn't have that strength to, do that.
And that's because people have too many people in a circle. And they always feel like they got to please everybody. And not everybody's for you. And you can't take that personally.
And you have to know when to discern that. You got to be like, okay, and keep, and then life goes on. But you're right. Okay, you got to say, listen, Trav, I'm proud of you. I really am. I am. I can't give you a compliment, Trav. You out here doing it for real. And
I appreciate you.
You should. And any final words from me, because I'm out here promoting your dream. I'm out here giving you your flowers now. It's so important. That's why I created this platform to give people their flowers now, because you don't know when your last day is here.
Right.
And you really
and thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on your platform. You're doing your thing as well.
I'm trying. I ain't really doing too much. You out here. I'm trying to catch up to you. Trying to get millions of views. I'm trying to really be out here after you, Trav. You stop. No, for real. No. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, and you got a lot of albums. Bachelor Life. It was one that was. It was another one that was called. It was another album I was listening to yours. It was Cologne. It wasn't Cologne and Kanye. It was a Cologne and Kanye. Did you have an album that was called?
No.
No.
But I got Bachelor Life 2, the bedroom soundtrack, and I'm going to break some news on your show.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
You ready? Christmas love songs.
What?
Christmas love songs coming this holiday season.
Christmas love song. That's you get the chicken now.
I just finished this record. Well, I don't know if it's finished yet. I'm still playing around with it. I got a record called Mistletoe.
That's gonna break. You got the voice. All right. And, okay, Trav, I hear peeling.
And you might get a video. You might get a video. I might do a video for another song off the bedroom soundtrack before then. Okay. We'll see how things go.
You still moving, man. Listen, Christmas. That's what I'm talking about. See, they gotta connect to you. You really out here. You stepping up the bar every single week. You know.
But the good thing about a Christmas album is, even though it's only good for like a month, it's good
timeless
every year that same month.
You know you'll get that check that year. You have to think about starting a class about how to, really become, an entrepreneur or artist, and as far as paving the way for other people to try to.
I'm not opposed to it. Okay. I'm not opposed to it. I'm doing a lot right now. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything halfway.
Right. I feel you.
So maybe somewhere down the line after, because I'm not where I want to be yet, right? So I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm qualified yet to teach a class. Maybe when I get a little further, then I'll do that. But I'm not where I want to be yet. So you can't be the teacher if you don't consider yourself to be the master at that point. You know what I mean?
That's true. So they can find you on travtorch.com. Is that where they can update their Instagram? Well, I think you're everywhere at this point.
I'm everywhere except TikTok.
We don't have time for that. Like, do you have time to do that?
I don't understand it either. I probably sound old right now. I don't understand it. I haven't even downloaded the app. But yeah, everybody that's listening, www.travtorch.com. That's travtorch.com.
Okay.
Please sign up for my email list.
Okay.
You get the exclusives when I drop my episodes to my show. If I do new music, if I got a show coming up or anything like that, anything I'm doing, I send out email blast for. An independent artist, you still need an email list.
Absolutely. Look, dropping jewels. You can drop jewels all week, man. You still need an email list. You gotta hit these people up. Keep them in contact. Because
if something go wrong with Instagram, something go wrong with YouTube, you never know. Look, Donald Trump had 80 million followers on Twitter. They took his Twitter away. If he had an email list,
I'm sure he does. Not.
I'm just saying, you got to look at it. If you're an independent artist, you got to look at it the same way.
Yeah, because nowadays they're taking a lot of things from us.
Yep.
Real. All right, my love. Thank you so much for your time. We are going to check in this show. Well, we'll talk. But again, thank you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you for having content. It's all about content. You got what I need, okay? So thank you. All right. I love you all. Until next week.
Uh-oh. You all right? We got to call EMS?
You know what? That was too... Again, we out. We going to try it again. Later, Trav. All right. I see you, speakers. All right.